Hi there, Velmoed here. I explain techie things to non-tech people, and in this video I'm going to explain to you how to connect Convertkit and LeadPages. Convertkit is a program that allows you to collect emails, and LeadPages is a program that helps you make the opt-in process look very pretty. So the pages where people sign up for your freebie, for example, and other, pages that are related to this opt-in process. Now, if you want to make the two of them work together, you have to set it up really, really well, because otherwise, if something is wrong in that whole process, it's just not going to work. And that can be quite complicated if you don't know what you're doing. So that's why I created this video to explain it to you step by step, so you can just follow along and set it up yourself. I'm going to explain to you the process for a double opt-in. Now, if you don't know what a double opt-in is, it's the opposite, or not really the opposite, but you have a single opt-in and a double opt-in. And I have a separate video that explains the differences between the two. So if you don't know what the differences are, make sure to check out that video first. In the double opt-in process, people sign up through a sign-up form. They get to a confirmation request page, as I like to call it. That tells people to go check their email and click the confirmation button in that email, right? So they head over to their inbox, they see the confirmation request email, they click on the confirmation button, and then they get to a thank you page where they can download the freebie. And then very often they will also receive an email with the freebie in it as well, or at least a link to the freebie. Now, how to set this all up in Convertkit and LeadPages. First of all, the sign-up form. We're going to create that inside Convertkit, but we're also creating a beautiful opt-in form inside LeadPages. Now, in this video, I'm not going to show you exactly how to make it look very pretty inside LeadPages. I just explained to you the process of how to set it up so that it all links together really well. The confirmation, that was a sigh, did you hear that? My voice is going a little bit funny. The confirmation request page, that's something that we make inside LeadPages. The confirmation request email is something that comes out of Convertkit, because that deals with email, right? The thank you page with your freebie is going to sit on your website, and the email with the freebie is again going to come out of Convertkit. Now, a little bit of extra information here. There's different ways to set up this process, and it is possible to arrange it slightly differently, to have the freebie send out from LeadPages, to have it come out from Convertkit. Like, there's different ways of doing this, but I like to explain this process to you in this kind of maybe a little bit more extensive way. Also, partly because it helps you understand how it works. And that's important because then, if you need to tweak something somewhere, you can sort of understand what's going on. And also, if you set it up with the thank you page being part of your website, it allows you more freedom to direct people to your Facebook group, for example. So if they end up on your thank you page where they can download the freebie, so your PDF, ebook, or checklist, for example, you can then tell them, hey, I've got this nice Facebook group. Do you want to head over and please join us there? So it allows you a little bit more freedom of what kind of information you share with people, and it allows you to engage them right there again, right after they signed up for your freebie. So I'm going to head over to both Convertkit and LeadPages in a minute. Now, setting this process up is not going to follow this straight line as you see it here on the page. We're going to jump back and forth from Convertkit to LeadPages, to your website, to Convertkit, LeadPages, and the other way around. Just follow along, trust me. If you follow the steps nicely, you will see that it all fits together in the end. This has to do with the fact that you need to link the components together. And if you don't create one component first, you cannot link to it from the earlier component, right? So we're sort of working backwards, but starting in the beginning and then to the end, and just like that. So it's going to be a little bit chaotic, it seems, but don't worry. I'm good at explaining things step by step. So if you follow along, just do as I tell you, please. And, pause the video if you need to, and just replay a little bit if you need to. You will find that in the end, it's all set up nicely and it will work as you want it to work. So trust me, trust the process, and go for it. So the first thing that we are going to do, let me get my notes here so that I tell it you exactly as it is of course that you're going to create your freebie. The next step is that you are going to create a specific page on your website that hosts the freebie, or has a link to the freebie. So this is a page on your website that needs to be published, but it's not part of your website's menu structure, for example, because you only want people to get to that page if they went through this sign-up process and not if they just randomly click somewhere on a menu item in your website, right? Because you only want people to see this if they went through the sign-up form and gave you their email address. So create the freebie, create the thank you page, and from the thank you page, link to the freebie that you created. Now, how do you do that? You can sometimes upload the freebie on your website. That's a possibility, but another good option is to host it with Amazon S3. This saves a little bit of it keeps your website's speed up, and it's really cheap and easy to host it with Amazon S3. If you don't know how to do that, please reach out to me so I can help you out with that. But make sure to link from the thank you page to your freebie. So this is the page that people end up with in the end and where they then are able to download your freebie. So this is also the area where you can invite them to head over to your Facebook group and join you there, for example. Now the next part is that we're heading over to Convertkit. And inside Convertkit, we're first going to work on setting up a sequence. You have that here at the top where it says sequence. Now, a little bit of a difference between a sequence and a broadcast is that a broadcast goes out just once when you send it out, basically, or when you plan to send it out, but it will go out just at a specific time or day. So a broadcast is really nice if you want to send out something around like Christmas or New Year's, when you want it to get to people around a specific date. A sequence is very easy for automation. So if someone signs up for your list today, you may want to send them another email in 2 days' time and maybe then 2 days after that as well. Now another person may sign up in a week and you want to send them the same emails, but then 2 days after they signed up and then 2 days later after that email, right? So you don't want to be heading over to Convertkit or any email program that you're using and just manually sending all these emails to people, because that's going to go nuts, right? It's going to be so many and you just can't keep track of who signed up when and which email to send to them, right? So sequences are a great way to set it up. So click on sequences and at the top right you will see something like, create new sequence, and then you get here. So sequence name, I'm just going to call it demo sequence 2. And I'm going to click create sequence. Now what you will see here is that on the left hand side you see the different types of messages that you can send people, or basically the different emails that you're going to be sending, and Convertkit is telling you or suggesting you what you could write in those specific emails. So this is basically a sequence of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 messages. So feel free to set it up that way. But for the purpose of this, the setup of this, this opt-in process, we only need the first one. Now all the others are drafts, so they won't be sent out. So don't worry that there's some weird content here. As long as they're drafts, they won't be sent out. So we are just going to be working on this first one here. So you give it a great title. So say here is your free ebook, something like that. Just, make it attractive so they'll actually open it. Now here you can write something about, here is your free ebook, click download to receive the ebook. Now, better even, I'm making a little bit of a mistake here. We're going to do click here to receive the ebook. So let me change this a little bit. Here is your free ebook. So this email is the one let me just get back to the presentation to make it really clear. We're working on this email now here, the email with the freebie. So they have been to the thank you page already where they can download the freebie, but then of course they click it away, and maybe they lose the download somewhere. It goes, you know, living on their computer somewhere. So it's nice to send them the email also with a link back to the thank you page so they can download it again if they want to, or a direct link to the freebie itself. That's possible too. But I like to send them back to the thank you page because there you had the opportunity again to invite them to your Facebook groups, for example. So you can do it either way. So here you can either say, head over to my website to download your free ebook. So then you would link to, by clicking on this one here, link to the thank you page that you created. And then there they will see the message about how to join your Facebook group, for example. The other option is to have them download it right from here. So if you have the freebie hosted on Amazon S3, you can just say, click here to download your free ebook. And then you would link to the Amazon S3 link directly. And then, of course, in this email, you would say something about, did you know I have this great Facebook community in which I share even more tips about, and then, of course, you know, insert your topic here. Head over and join us. And then of course you can link this, or, you know, join us, or click here to join my Facebook community, something like that. So that again, you engage them to, you know, connect with you even more. And the more they see of you, the more willing they will be in the end to buy your services or products. So this is what you need to do, but there's a couple of more things. Make sure here at the top that you change the 1 to 0, because we want this email to be sent out straight after they signed up, so that they have it straight away in their inbox when they sign up, after they click the confirmation button, of course. Now, the email status here says draft, and of course we need to make that published because otherwise it won't be sent out. You will see now that it doesn't say draft here anymore at the top, but these are still in draft, so these won't be sent out, so don't worry. Here, we're going to click Save All. There we go. Now, this part is done. So now we are going to create a form inside Convertkit. So you can just click Forms. I have it open here. And you click something like Create New Form. Don't click a landing page here, but click a form. So we're clicking on this one. I like to choose this option here where it has first name and email address, because I like to be able to address people by their first name instead of only having their email address. So I'm clicking on this one here, and oh, there's a little bug there. Yes, there we go. So now it says first name, email address, and subscribe. Now this doesn't look particularly nice, but we don't need to worry about that because we're going to make it look nice inside LeadPages later on. What we're going to do now is click Settings here at the top, and we're going to give it a name. So I'm just going to say Demo Form 3 for this example. And what I'm going to do next is that I leave all these settings here as they are. So don't change anything there. The only thing that you need to do is right here under Sequence Settings. So you're clicking the sequence you just created. So in my example, that was Demo Sequence 2. So I'm clicking on that one. Now it's not actually a sequence as we've just seen because we only created one email, right? So it's not really actually a sequence, but it's called a sequence inside Convertkit, and we could make it into a sequence if we wanted to add more emails later. So make sure that you choose that specific sequence that you created, and don't forget to tick this box here at the bottom. Make sequence mandatory for all subscribers. And click Save Form. Don't forget to do that, please. The next step is that you're going to click Incentive Email here on the left. So make sure that this box at the top here is ticked, because if it's unticked, you see there is a lot less options here, and we want to send the incentive and have the double opt-in process, because that's the one I'm explaining to you here. So what you need to do now is you need to head over to your website and go to the thank you page and copy the URL of that thank you page. And here you scroll down, so you head back to Convertkit, and here under thank you page, you make sure that it's ticked here URL, and here is where you add that URL of your thank you page. So for now, I'm just going to type my homepage, but don't type your homepage there. It needs to be the specific thank you page that you created on your website. So it will look something like this, for example, wellmondvragen.com/thank-you, or thank you one, or thank you, or thank you ebook, or free ebook, or anything like that. But make sure it's, that thank you page, and make sure to link to that specific page. All the other things are set right now, so just click Save Form. The next step is one that you only need to do once. Now that's really nice, right? Because the next time you set this all up, you don't need to do this step, but you need to do it once in order for Convertkit and LeadPages to communicate with each other. So you head over to your LeadPages account and you click on the top right here where it has your name. You click on this little arrow and you click Integrations. And that is when you will see the images that I had when I opened this page. Now, hopefully in the near future, they said certain things about it. Convertkit will be among the options to integrate with rather easily, like MailChimp, Aweber, GetResponse have already. At the moment, that's not possible, so we need to do a little kind of detour, but I'll show you how to do it. It's not that hard if you just follow along. So you head down to this option here where it says Other Copy Paste. Now for you, it will not have this little check mark if you haven't done this before. So you click on it and you make sure that it's activated. So it will have a button, something saying like activate or connect or anything like that. Make sure that it looks like this, copy paste is active. Now this step you only need to do once. So now that I have this active, we don't need to do this step any other time anymore if you want to work with LeadPages and Convertkit in the future. So that's cool, right? So the next step is that we are going to create the opt-in page inside LeadPages. So if you're here inside your LeadPages account, you just click on templates here at the top. And you can go for any specific type of template that you like. Just make sure that it fits what it is that you're offering. So for this example, I'm just going to use this specific template, the Easy Ebook Sales page. And this is actually a sales page, so to sell something. So let's see if I can find another one that is, let's find an opt-in page because we're working with freebies right here. So let me find this simple one. There's one that's rather easy to use. It's always when you do these videos, you can't find them right away, isn't it? I'm looking for the simple squeeze page thing. Oh, maybe this one. It's actually good. Yeah, we can use this one. This one's not particularly beautiful, but I'm just going to use it because it looks rather simple. And if you want to find out about the other templates, you can easily use one. But it's helpful to just look at this because it's easy for what I'm going to explain to you right now. Now, this is actually a coming soon page, but you can use it for, opt-ins to freebies. If you just say something like, get my free ebook below, you can come up with more creative titles, right? But this is just for the example. So you don't need to have this as a launch page, right? So 15 tips for, I don't know, less work stress. That's probably not even correct English, but you get the idea, right? So you change this, you change the picture. You can delete this because it says doors open, but we don't need that. So you can just hide it, hide this part. you can figure that out. That's the lead pages part that I'm not explaining in this video. I can do other videos on that if you want me to, so just let me know if you need help with that. But that's not the purpose of this training, so I'm not gonna use that here. So we're going to click on the Notify Me button, and I'm just gonna change the text of this for now so that it's a little clearer to you how I'm going to use this one. So if you click on this one, on the button itself, this will show up. So I'm just gonna click on the cross at the top to close it. If you click on the little gear icon here, that's where you can actually change the text where it now says Notify Me. So link options, and then it says Notify Me. Now I can say, send me my free ebook, please. There we go. So if you click on it now, that's the next step that you need to do, right? So all the changing of text and images, you can do that yourself. This is the integration of LeadPages and Convertkit. So what you need to do is you head over to the left-hand side here, and you are going to see here integration settings. Now, if that doesn't show directly, it should, but if it doesn't, you can just easily click integration settings from the options that you see here on the left. And you're going to choose integrate form with other, because remember that's the other copy paste that we activated, the one-time integration that we did. Now in this field here, you can copy paste HTML code, and this code is going to come from inside Convertkit. So we are going to head back to Convertkit, to the form that we created there. So let's see, here is the form. So we are going to click on the embed option here on the left. You don't want to copy this JavaScript line here. You need this whole long bit of code here. So if you click inside the box, it will automatically select it all. So you're going to copy it, and you're going to head back to LeadPages, this one here. And in this box where it says HTML code, I'm going to paste that code. Now this box looks very tiny for the whole bit of code that's in there, but it doesn't matter. It will be there, so don't worry about that. The next thing you do is that you click customize this form. And the next thing that you need to do now is that we are, let me just quickly check my notes so that I tell you correctly what we're going to do next. Yes, so the next thing that you're going to do is that we're going to open another LeadPages tab. So we leave this one as it is here for now, because we need it later. So we're going to LeadPages again. We're going to templates, and we are now going to create that confirmation request page, right? So we need to tell people here that, you know, if they land on this page, we're telling them that they have to check their email, and let me show it to you here. So this one, this is what we're going to work on. They sign up and they get to the confirmation request page. So that's telling them, you know, head back to your email and please click the confirmation button. Now I like to use this one. So I went here by choosing filter by thank you pages. I scrolled down a little bit until I saw this one. I like it because it has very clear instructions. I'm just going to show you that on what people need to do. So it tells them, hang on, just one thing left to do. Check your email, find the one from us or me. You can just easily change the text here. Click on the confirmation link and get all the awesome bonuses. You know, just change this text into, you know, you will receive my ebook. So you make it really clear to people what they need to do. And it's important that you tell them that because they don't always get it themselves or they forget to check their inbox or anyway. Like you need to tell them that they need to do this step in order to get your freebie. So you're creating this page. So I just created one beforehand so that I have one ready for this example. So mine here has this URL. So what you do, sorry, you create it here. So I'm gonna use this template. And you set it all up, and of course you give it a name. It's downloading a little bit of information now. So you give it a name here at the top. So I'm just gonna say thank you demo, clicking done. And then I'm going to click save after I made the changes to the text here. And I'm going to click publish. It's taken a little bit of time. Normally the top shouldn't fall off as it does now, but here it says publish. So do that. And what you then want to do is copy this URL. So this is what we're copying, right? So now we head back to this one here. And we are going to choose from these options here on the left, we're choosing thank you page. So click on that one. And here you will paste the URL of that thank you page that we created here. So this URL goes here. Now here it will say something that you should do it differently, but that doesn't quite work, so do it. Don't tick this box, please. Just make sure that you have it like this here. And then click OK. And then the last thing that we need to do here is untick this particular box here where it says course opted, because now it shows here on the form and that doesn't look particularly nice, and people already decided that they wanted to be receiving your freebie because otherwise they wouldn't have signed up, right? So just make sure that you untick it so that it doesn't show. People will still automatically receive your freebie and receive that first email of the sequence and any others you've set up because we set it up that way inside Convertkit. So now click OK again. And we are back here. Now, of course, what we need to do here is that you click save. Oh, we forgot. Oh, I thought I gave it a name already. Maybe I didn't save that. Oh, that was the thank you demo page. So this is the opt-in page demo. Done. Saving it. So one thing to be sure about here is that, when you're working on that, it can be a little bit confusing because this page that we created here is also called a thank you page, but I like to call this the confirmation request page. Make sure that you copy this URL from this specific page into this one. So here that I showed you here under thank you page, and not the actual thank you page that sits on your website with the freebie, right? Okay, well done, well done. We're almost there. So, okay, what's this one? Save it. Now we can publish this one. And this is now where you can opt in. So you're basically, you want to change like the looks of all of this, but make sure to click save and then publish. And very easily you can now click view page, which will open the opt-in page. And this is what your audience will see when they get to your opt-in page. Now you can either send them to this specific URL here, or you can use the LeadPages plugin and have this whole page sit on your website as part of your website. Now this part is going to be visible, of course. So this is, contrary to the thank you page with the freebie, that's not going to be like visible on the front end of your website. It's not going to be part of your menu. This page needs to be very visible because this is where people will sign up for your freebie. So what you need to do next, and this is basically the final step if all went right, is that you click here, send me my free ebook, please, just to test out if it's working all right. So you type in your own name and some email address that you have, and you click this button here. Now let's see what happens if I sign up. Did we do it all right? Yes, because this is what I need to see now, because we're now taking the trajectory that some of your clients will be going through, or people that sign up for your list or your freebie. So now it tells me go check my email. So the next thing you do is you head over to your email, you find the email that's been sent to you from Convertkit, you click the confirmation button, And once you do that, you will be sent to the thank you page on your own website where you can then download the freebie. If you then head back to your inbox, you will see that you will have also received the, once you have clicked on the confirmation button, you get to the thank you page with the freebie where you can download it. And then if you head back to your inbox, you will find the email that also has the link either to the thank you page again where they can download it, or right to the, the freebie download from Amazon S3, as I explained earlier. So if all of this works fine, you should be able to head over back to Convertkit. Now, remember, I didn't confirm now because I'm not going to show you my inbox. But normally now people should be visible here on your subscribers list. Now, I'm just quickly clicking away from that one because there's actually people's email addresses in there, and I don't like editing videos, so I'm not going to blur that out or anything, and I don't want to, put all their email addresses out there in this video. But you should be able to see people there. And if you click on a specific form that you created, you will also be able to see the specific people that signed up through that specific form. So basically, we're done. You created the sign up form inside Convertkit. We created the opt-in page in LeadPages. That's the page where that truck is sitting. Basically, that was the coming soon page that we are using as an opt-in page. We created the confirmation request page. That's the one with the, with the images where it shows you how to, that they need to go check their email. The confirmation request email, that's the one that's coming from inside Convertkit. So that's, yeah, I showed that earlier in the video. If you go back in the video, if you're uncertain about it, that's where it says, where they will receive the confirmation button and, or basically like the email that has the confirmation button in it. And if they then click on that, they will get to the thank you page on your website that you created at the beginning of this process. At the beginning of the video, I explained that. And then they will receive the email with the freebie, either, through a link back to your thank you page or a link downloading it directly from Amazon S3. So this was quite a process, wasn't it? But if you followed along and maybe you had to pause and, rewatch certain parts, that's perfectly fine. This process is rather complicated. So don't worry if you didn't get it right away. Just, follow along and pause and go back. That's all perfectly fine. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. My email address is ask, so ask, excuse me for asking a question, ask@welmoetverhagen.com. So let me type that in for you just so you know for sure what it is. So I'll add that here. I'll put it here so you can actually read that. Make it a little bit bigger. Oh, now it doesn't look pretty anymore, does it? You get the idea, right? So ask@welmoetverhagen.com. So if you have any questions about this specific video or any other things around LeadPages or Convertkit or WordPress websites or LinkedIn even, feel free to reach out. I'm very happy to help you out. I hope this video was informative and let me know. I'd love to hear if you found this helpful. Thank you.